Friday wasn't a good day, and then it started raining at night, and I was like, uh-oh. You guys got the games in, important to get those games in, and what was the difference Friday and Saturday?
Like I told the girls, the difference was the intensity. We just came out flat Friday, and we didn't feel it. You could, at the end of the day, you're just like the emotion, the passion that we had on Friday was not there, or the lack of emotion, passion. And we sat there after the game and we talked about it. It was like, we just have to come out there from the second we walk into that field house for warm-ups, and with intensity, with, relax, have your fun before we show up for warm-ups, but the second we come into warm-ups, intensity's got to be there. And that, for us, was the big difference between Friday and Saturday, is not only the needing to win, we having to come out here and make a statement and not letting Friday happen to us again, but really just coming out there with intensity, on the bench, on the field, in between pitches, in between games, so forth like that. It's just keeping that intensity at a high level, because without it, we're just flat and no noise, nobody's communicating. So that was the big difference.
How important was it to come back on Saturday, especially against a very good pitcher from Sonoma?
Very important, not only in rankings or in region and nationally. It's really mental. We knew we could play with them. I mean, we played with them on Friday. We just didn't really compete as well as we should have. We put runs up on the board, but our pitching and our defense didn't do the job. And again, after Friday's game, we sat and we talked. It was like, pitching's got to do their job, defense has got to do their job, because offense is going to put runs on the board. And we knew, I don't even say Lerna got to us on Friday, but they got to our pitching more. And we knew it was just a matter of time that we would strike way more than we had on Friday. So it was just nice to be able to come out there against a top pitcher like Lerna, who's reigning pitcher of the year, come out there and do our job, and then the pitchers to just do a 180 and trust their pitches, pitch their pitches, and hit their spots, and our defense to do the work.
Harris breaking the conference record for a hitting streak, and you talk about that accomplishment for her.
For Darren, it's a quiet streak for her. As a team, we never talk about it. Obviously, you don't really talk about records or streaks like that. Most of the girls didn't even know about it. I knew it was coming, but I put it in the back of my mind. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, it'll come if it comes. And even on Saturday when it came, I was like, well, okay, we still got a game to play. It's great. We'll celebrate it later. But she's still on a roll. So for her, it's just a great confidence thing, confidence booster. And she's playing like a junior right now. She's playing with a lot of confidence. She's starting to be a little more of a leader, be a little more vocal out there. And it's great when a player has confidence like that, because it's just going to continue to roll and lead and help guide the team.
Especially this season, the stats back it up for Hollingsworth, but just the ball is just flying off her bat right now.
No, she's hot. She can be off balance, and she can be, butt one way, hands the other way, and really put a hurt into the ball. And it's just about, hand-eye coordination. She sees the ball so well, and she's just so strong. You can't pitch around. It's hard to pitch around her, because she'll take that outside pitch over the fence. She proved it last weekend against Stanislaus, and almost proved it again against Sonoma this weekend. But I think it's just her confidence. Again, it's her confidence level, and knowing that she can go out there and hit whatever's thrown at her. They ended up walking her a couple times, and then they threw her a changeup, but she was way off balance and still hit that ball over the fence. I think she had 3 of the pitches she hit were outside. She's just really strong, and it's really nice to know that we have that at the top of the line. And if you want to walk her, fine, get to Randall and get to Pena, who's starting getting hot, and Williams. It's just nice to have that.
Take another break from conference this week. Tournament champions and Turlock. As a tournament, you guys are facing some pretty good competition despite not being in league play.
This is a big tournament. This is really kind of setting the bar for the regionals or the regional rankings, to let everybody know where everybody's at. And we're going to see in pool play, we're going to see everybody out of our conference, and I would expect in championship play we're going to see our conference, just because of the strength of our conference compared to the other two. But it's nice going out there, getting that break between conference play, and going out there and and seeing what everybody else has to offer in the region, whether we play them or not. We're going to get a chance to see other teams play and see what we're up against once we come to postseason.
Obviously facing quite a few opponents, but you start things off with Chaminade in the opener. You've seen just anything, just what they've done this year?
Well, I can talk about them all in general. Really, Chaminade's not the toughest team. They're having a rough year, but they can beat you. Anybody can beat you. You've got to play with that high intensity, that high level of game, and you can't expect they're going to go in there and play like you're going to walk over them. You've got to go in there playing like they're the number one team, and play at your level and not go down to their level. And if you start playing at a level below you, you'll start seeing you're going to give the other team confidence. They're going to stay inside the ball game, and we just got to go out there playing our hardest with that intensity that we saw last Saturday against Sonoma, no matter who we play this weekend.